What's going on, YouTube? I just wanted to make a quick video on the Pulsar Aim Trainers limited edition. This just showed up today. Now, I've obviously done a video on the Bruce Lee Pulsar X2, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I just kind of wanted to touch base on it. I was super excited about this one. Obviously, Pulsar's been doing a bunch of different limited editions recently, and this one it kind of piqued my interest the most. First and foremost, the mouse itself is more or less the same. There is a couple of differences. One being that it's a standard white version of the X2. The exception being obviously that it's got the black bottom and the black triggers, which black thumb triggers, which isn't like a huge deal, but I'm just a fan of the different colored thumb triggers for some reason. And then the orange scroll wheel, which is just like a nice little hint of color that I think is pretty neat. One thing of note, it's got the 3395 as all X2s do, but this one comes stock with Hawano switches over their optical switches, which honestly I think it's funny. I love the Hawano switches, but if there was a switch that I would actually prefer, it would be Pulsar's optical switches, which I think is pretty funny. But either way, a Pulsar X2 with Hawano blue shell pink dot switches is fine by me, honestly. And other than that, the mouse itself really isn't too crazy or anything that's super duper interesting. But what comes with the Pulsar X2 Aim Trainer Pack is actually pretty neat. Now, this is it was a collaboration with obviously Pulsar, but both Corepad and Kovacs. And the stuff you get in the box for the same price as a normal X2 was pretty surprising to me. So I was pretty excited about this one. You get a full set of Corepad's grips, which I think is an awesome addition. I love Corepad's grips, so having just a free set of those that come with the mouse is awesome. The normal quick start guide, I don't think there's anything special about that one. Obviously, there's always stickers usually with Pulsar stuff, which I'm always a fan of. Obviously, this is a limited edition one to commemorate their Corepad and Kovacs partnership, which I think is awesome. You get two sets of Corepads. You get a set of control, which are just kind of standard, Corepads, which is special because obviously the normal X2 just comes with standard Pulsar skates, which I think are great. But obviously, if I could change them, I would obviously change them to Corepads, so that's awesome. But you also get a set of airs, which have these little bumps on them, which is to, as far as I know, limit the surface area, which is supposed to make them a little bit faster than traditional PTFE skates. I've never actually used Corepad's airs, so I'm excited to give these a shot on the X2. But you also get a Kovacs activation code, which I think is an awesome addition. And honestly, I would love to see more of this, even done by Pulsar. But obviously, like any mouse company, I think is a great addition, given that Kovacs, generally speaking, isn't really that expensive. I think it's only about $10. But not everybody's got 10 extra bucks, especially if you're gonna plunk down $90 for a mouse. So having just little benefits like this are really gonna, I would assume would have people, it would sway people in a certain direction. Obviously, if they're between two mice and they don't really know, and one comes with a free Kovacs code, that might sway their decision. I actually already have a Kovacs license, so I'm going to be giving this away along with a couple of other Kovacs related goodies. So in order to join that, all you're going to want to do is just leave a comment under this video, with the word Kovacs, and I will pick a winner here in the next couple of weeks to give that out. And then if you want to enter any of the other related giveaways, make sure to subscribe to my channel and just keep an eye out, because I'm going to be giving away some Kovacs codes, some subscriptions to Kovacs Plus, and some other AIM training related things. And then obviously they always add these little cards to most of their special editions, which I think are pretty neat. Obviously, I have the Bruce Lee one, and Pulsar's been doing these limited editions, which I think are really awesome. They most recently did one with Boardsy and Random Frank P, which I thought were awesome, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in on those quick enough before they all sold out, so I was pretty bummed about that, but I am happy to get in on this one. And I'm looking forward to the other ones they do. I'm really excited to see what Pulsar's got, coming out in the rest of 2023. And that doesn't even mention their tournament editions of the X2, which is I think a 4K wireless and an 8K wired mouse, which I'm really excited about. And they got all sorts of other cool stuff coming out. So I'm really excited to see what Pulsar does in the future. I'm super hyped on this mouse, even though it is just a normal X2. But I can't wait to see how this one plays out. So make sure to stay tuned. And if you want to join those giveaways, make sure you're subscribed so you can keep track of those.